Have you felt the pull inward lately? A quiet tug at your heart, asking you to slow down, to soften, and to step back from the noise. A nudge to deepen your self-awareness, to look into the foundations of your life and better understand. So many souls are receiving this call right now, and it is not a detour on your path. It is the path. And the angels have such loving guidance to help carry you through it. We're in the middle of a very deep, powerful month of spiritual growth, healing, and evolution. So take a deep breath, tune in with me, and get ready to receive the angels' messages for the new moon cycle spanning from July 14th through July 29th, 2026. On July 14th, or the evening of the 13th, depending on your time zone, we welcome a deeply tender new moon in nurturing, intuitive Cancer, the sign of the heart, of home, and of the inner sanctuary. And it symbolizes that many of us are being drawn inward. Can you feel it? A collective turning down and in toward reflection, remembering, and the quiet knowing of the heart. It's a sacred pause wherein the universe is asking us to grow still within the thinking mind so that the wisdom of the heart and soul may rise to the surface. This wisdom, to which we have greater access now, is meant to be a guiding light, not only in your own life, but also in the collective soul. This July is a historic month. Many are calling it a turning point unlike any in living memory, a time of unprecedented change that has the power to create a reset for civilization itself. Here's what the angels want you to understand about why we are all being called so powerfully inward right now. This is not a retreat from the world. It is how we change it. Because the outer world can only transform once the inner world has. The new reality we long for, the more loving, more unified world, must first be born inside us. The inner shift always comes first, the outer world follows. And there's a tension moving through the collective energy right now too. A friction that is helping us to awaken and create a higher level of balance and harmony in our lives. That friction is the pull between enjoyment and responsibility, between what your heart wants and what your current life demands. You're being guided to feel where any conflict or dysfunction is present so that you can make changes that will ultimately help you to harmonize your life, creating space for well-supported joy and peace. Now, this reflective healing moon cycle holds something rare. It begins in quiet inner review, but by the time it ends just 2 weeks later, the energy will have opened into golden clarity and light. This is a movement where we're being guided to first go inward and deep into the reflective spaces within, and then we'll be lifted to rise and shine in a new level of harmony and clarity. And beneath it all, the angels want you to know that a great reconciliation is taking place in the collective human spirit right now. A healing, rebalancing reconciliation between the mind and the soul, the spiritual and the material, and the head and the heart. It's all being guided back into harmony in this current energy, within you and within our world. We are now entering a turning point that has been building for years. We have been journeying through the first steps of the beginning of the end of the old world. And now, some very important seeds are being planted for a new earth. A new earth, one of a higher threshold of peace and prosperity. It's being born through us, not forced into being, but woven thread by golden thread through grace, healing, awakening, and coming together to create. This second half of July is also the moon cycle that is delivering us to the very threshold of the Lion's Gate. It is the quiet inner sanctuary of healing that prepares us for one of the most powerful peaks of ascension energy this whole year. Every year from around July 28th through August 12th, the stars of Orion's belt align over the pyramids of Giza. This alignment, which peaks on August 8th, is known as the Lion's Gate, a time when the light codes stream into our Earth at an extremely high and powerful volume. This will be one of the most important opportunities of the year to uplift your spiritual light body and expand into higher consciousness. If you'd like to take full advantage of this powerful energy shift, then I'd love to connect with you on Friday, August 7th at 12 noon Eastern, one sacred day before the Lionsgate peaks on the 8th, when I'll be holding our Lionsgate activation. It is a live gathering where we'll receive the energies of this portal together as one heart, catching the wave just before it crests. During the activation, we'll receive messages channeled from the angels and a healing light body activation to raise our frequencies, to activate the spiritual wisdom stored within our DNA, and access ancient soul memories. If you can't join live, don't worry, a full replay is included, and you can register at lionsgate2026.com via the link waiting for you in the description below. I would be so honored to have you there. With that, let's dive into the angels' 3 messages for this new moon cycle. All 3 of the messages I'm about to share will apply to you and to your path in some way. But if you'd like to get a sense of which message holds your leading theme or spiritual lesson, then pick a number now, 1, 2, or 3. Whichever number you feel drawn to first will be your leading angel message. Ready? Let's begin. The angel's first message for this new moon cycle is all about awakening to your eternal connection to the divine. According to the angels, there is a spark of divine presence within your heart, a place inside you where you rest in fully realized oneness with the Creator Source. In divine truth, you have never separated from the divine Creator. Not once. Not for a single moment of your existence. That spark of divine presence within you is your access point, your personal doorway that leads directly into God and into all the wisdom, knowledge, healing, and power in the universe. From that personal source doorway within you, you can find the voice of sacred inner guidance. It's that quiet voice you sometimes hear beneath all the noise. That is not just your own thoughts. It is Source, speaking through your soul. And the angels want you to know that in these first days of our moon cycle, that sacred connection is closer to the surface than it has been in a very long time. The world teaches us to look outward for the divine, as if God were far away, up there, out there, reserved only for the worthy. But the angels are inviting you to remember the truth your soul has always known. The connection is within you. It is eternal. It cannot be earned because it was never withheld. And it cannot be lost, though sometimes it may be temporarily forgotten. Every moment of stillness is your doorway back to it. So, the angels are inviting you to slow down and become quiet and still. Meditate, go within, and observe the miracle of God's presence inside of you. This is a powerful point of spiritual awakening for you and for so many of us right now. An awakening that has the power to change your perspective and to lift you onto a higher trajectory for your life's path. This inner awakening is mirrored beautifully in the sky. Our new moon rises hand in hand with Mercury retrograde in Cancer, the symbol of the mind drawn into review and reflection inside the sign of the heart. It's as if the whole cosmos is reflecting this one truth back to you. Right now, the divine is not out there, it's in here. So in these opening days, roughly July 14th through the 23rd, the angels are inviting you to commune before you conclude. Don't force any big decisions yet. Instead, sit in silence with your morning tea and simply be with Source. Pray, meditate, journal what rises. Ask your question, and then listen without rushing to answer it yourself. Let the divine finish speaking before the mind hurries to decide. Because here's the beautiful promise woven into this cycle. On July 23rd, Mercury turns direct. The inner soul level communion completes its mission. Any fog in the external world lifts, and the guidance you've been receiving in the stillness begins to crystallize into clear direction. What felt confusing in mid-July will finally remarkably clear by the cycle's end, because you listened, remembered, and awakened. This awareness is the very heart of your spiritual ascension path. As your consciousness rises, that eternal connection is no longer a faint whisper. It becomes a living presence, a channel of light you can access at any moment in any circumstance. This is what the angels mean by faith. Not blind belief, but the quiet, unshakable knowing that you are never, ever alone. Every time you turn within and touch that connection, your frequency rises. You are literally learning to live from your direct line to the divine. The angel's second message for this new moon cycle is to tend your inner home. According to the angels, your inner world is a home, a living sanctuary you carry with you everywhere. And like any home, it needs tending. Walls that hold, a hearth kept warm, and a door that you decide when to open. The angels want you to know that so many of you have been giving from an empty room, holding space for everyone, your family, your work, the whole aching world, while your own inner home sits untended and the fire burns low. This cycle is asking, gently but firmly, for that to change. And a new moon is always a beginning, a fresh new doorway to plant heart-centered seeds. This is your moment to set healing intentions for your home, family, relationships, and the inner life you most long to nourish. There's a poignant mirror of this in the sky. The tender Cancer moon stands in tension with Saturn in Aries, the great teacher, the symbol of structure and responsibility. Your heart and your duty are standing at a crossroads. But the angels invite you to see this friction not as a battle, but as a lesson. Structure is meant to serve love, not smother it. A boundary is not a wall against the world. It is the sacred architecture of your inner home. So this cycle, practice the sacred word, no. No to the commitment that drains you. No to abandoning your own needs the moment someone else expresses theirs. No to the lifestyle that exhausts you. Notice what happens around July 26th when Saturn turns retrograde. This symbolizes a deep revisiting of our foundations, an invitation to better understand what structures in your life were built from love and which were built from fear-based dysfunction. This deeper understanding is taking you to an even deeper layer of healing. Chiron, the wounded healer, has just recently crossed into Taurus, opening a new era of healing around safety, worth, materialism, feeling at home in your own body, and in harmony with our earth. Whenever healing is in play, the angels return us to the master key of all healing, forgiveness. It is time to forgive yourself for every time you left your inner home unattended, every time you said yes when your soul was pleading no. It is time to forgive the world for the lack, suffering, or disharmony you've perceived in it. Lay that weight down at the door. When you forgive, you are creating sacred inner space for you to rise into a higher level of spiritual awareness. When you forgive, you are allowing the presence of the divine creator source to restore you to true seeing, to awaken to a perspective of divine truth, one of mercy, compassion, love, and hope, is to claim your power as a light worker, a leader, and a creator of greater peace in this world. The angels want you to know that your home, your heart, and your body are your foundation. And when you tend them, you are not distracted from your purpose. You are building the very ground it will stand on. The lessons of this new moon cycle will gently widen the very meaning of home for you. With Venus moving through earthy, tending Virgo, love itself is turning towards the earth, towards caring for her, protecting her, treating this planet as the shared home she has always been. The angels want your circle of belonging to grow. Your family is not only the people beneath your roof, but this whole living earth and every soul walking upon it. That too is the new earth being born, a family remembering it was never truly separate. Because a tended home, the one inside you, and the one we all share, does something miraculous. It doesn't just shelter you, it becomes a lighthouse. And that is exactly where this cycle is taking you next. The angel's third message for this new moon cycle is step into your light. According to the angels, you were not made to hide. You were made to shine. And everything this cycle has asked of you, the quiet communion with the divine, the boundary setting, the healing, has been preparing you for this. The moment the inner work becomes radiant power. On July 22nd, the sun completes its journey through Cancer's inner waters and crosses into golden, glorious Leo, the sign of the heart's fire, of creativity, and of courageous self-expression. And waiting there to greet it is Jupiter, the great expander, already settled into Leo's warmth. This symbolizes joy meeting more joy. It's as if the entire second half of this moon cycle is bathed in a golden light. And the angels want you to remember, joy is not a reward you earn after the work is done. Joy is the work. Joy is part of your divine purpose. It is the frequency at which your soul was designed to operate, because joy is one of our most powerful conscious containers for love. And love is truth. So, joy is about more than feeling good. It is about awakening to and sustaining connection to divine truth. When you allow yourself to play, to create, to laugh from the belly, to do the things that make your heart feel alive, you are not being frivolous. You are building a consciousness that is capable of holding the perspective of God. All the healing of the first half of this moon cycle is meant to help you uplift your life so that it is a better match for your joy. So do not fear what arises. Trust it and face what you need to transform in order for your life to be a better container for joy. Now, the angels are inviting you to lift your eyes even wider for a moment, because this message extends far beyond your own life. There is a rare weaving in the sky right now, tightest between the 18th and the 20th. Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, and Jupiter, the great symbols of awakening, dreaming, transformation, and expansion. They're forming 5 harmonious alignments with one another, with one single line of tension threaded through the middle. 5 threads of light and 1 reckoning. According to the angels, this is a stunning mirror of what is happening in the collective right now. We are living through a genuine turning point in the human story. History is being made. The new earth, an earthly reality of greater overall peace, is being woven, thread by golden thread. And that one line of tension is the old structures of power and imbalance being called to a reckoning, so that dignity, abundance, and a voice can begin to flow back towards all people. Old systems are crumbling. New consciousness is rising, and unity and empathy are taking root. Every lightworker who chooses faith over fear, who tends their inner home, who lives from their connection to the divine, is holding one of those threads. And where is all this golden momentum heading? Straight towards the Lion's Gate. As this cycle closes at the end of July, we stand at the very threshold of the 8-8 portal, the great August culmination when the light of this Leo season reaches its peak. Everything you receive in this cycle is a preparation for that gateway, a preparation to open your heart, your soul, and your light body to a massive influx of new light codes pinging the earth through the flow of source energy flooding our very galaxy. That light is conscious, divine substance. Light primed to trigger us to remember deep soul memories, activate spiritual wisdom within our DNA, and evolve our species. This is one of the most exciting moments for Ascension all year, and that is exactly why I would love to walk through the Lion's Gateway with you. On Friday, August 7th at 12 noon Eastern, the day before the Lion's Gate crests, join me for the Lion's Gate activation, where we'll gather as one heart to receive these energies together, anchoring this golden light into our lives and into the new earth. A full replay is included if you can't be there live. Just click the link in the description below. It would mean so much to share that sacred moment with you. The light is building. Can you feel it? You are exactly where you are meant to be, no matter how things might currently appear. This season is your deep breath before your soul shines brighter than it ever has. Thank you, truly, for opening your heart and receiving the angels' messages with me today. Sharing this sacred space with you, heart to heart, is one of the greatest joys of my life. If these messages spoke to you, please give this video a like, share it with a soul who needs it, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a message. Do let me know in the comments which number you were drawn to. I do read every single one, and I can't wait to connect with you at the Lionsgate activation, Friday, August 7th at 12 noon Eastern, one day before the portal peaks. Be sure to click the link below to join us. I would be so honored to have you there. Until next time, know that you are so loved and so very blessed. Bye!